guys, welcome back to Youth Voice, and this is our Positive Youth feature. And today we have a really special guest, somebody that I've actually wanted to have on the show for a while, but busy schedules, I would say. We have Mr. Jerome Lawrence. Yeah? Yeah, so Jerome, tell us about yourself.
Well, firstly, thank you for having me here. Thank you for hosting me. It's a pleasure. I have been wanting to be on this since Andre Baker is one of my friends from years now, so I've been wanting to come on here. So thank you for offering me. My name is Jerome Lawrence, born and raised in Tobago, Bethel, Tobago. Right? Yeah, I'm from Bethel, born and raised. And then I went to St. Nicholas Private Primary School.
Okay.
Then I went to Bishop's.
Yeah, that's about it.
I went to Bishop's, and then after that I went to the States. I migrated to the States, and then I went to a school, aeronautical school in Embry-Riddle called Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. I got a bachelor's there, got my licenses, flew around a little bit, and then now I'm flying for a major airline in the United States.
Okay. Yeah.
So you said that you flew around.
Yeah, so in order to get to the point of flying for the airlines.
Right.
Yeah.
I wanted it to say flying for the airlines. So tell us, Mr. Jerome, what is your occupation?
So I am currently a flight instructor for the Boeing 737 for United Airlines in the States. Yeah.
So you're an instructor and not necessarily a pilot.
I am a pilot still.
Okay.
So like how you have maybe football, you have trainers and then they have the head coach and then the people in between. I'm like the people who's in between.
Okay.
So I'm teaching the fellas. So I teach a lot of the pilots to fly that specific plane for United Airlines. So I still have to fly, I still have to keep my currencies. There are certain things that you have to do. But I fly maybe once or twice a month, but majority of my time I'm in a simulator. So I'm teaching them emergency protocols, that kind of stuff.
Okay, that's good.
So my job is teaching.
Very demure. Yeah. No, but this is great because it encourages youths to dream big, like it's not impossible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's awesome. So tell us, because you had explained that you flew around a little bit and that kind of thing, but tell us, could you go a little more like into the journey and how it was, your mindset, that kind of thing, how hard it was, if it was easy?
Yeah, well, I grew up with my grandparents in Bethel. So like back then I was a little humble, living with, filling buckets of water and that kind of stuff. But that's normal, right? Yeah. That's very normal. But my parents and my family and friends were very instrumental in me kind of sticking to that flying thing. Because from the time I wanted to fly, they always like, I don't know how we're doing it, but here's what we do. So Daddy worked on the airport. So on the weekends before they close off, there used to be a lookout. I don't know if you all knew that, but putting my age out there, but there used to be a lookout where you can go and look at the plane. So when Daddy working, Mommy would take me up onto the top and look at the planes take off and land and all that stuff. And then when we travel to the States, I go to the museum. There's an air and space museum solely for aviation. So it's all those little things that they did. And the village of Bethel was very instrumental in that, because I could have gone on a different path. Yeah. But they kind of, keep me on the straight ways and narrow, It does. And then I went to Trinidad to do my first license. There's a few licenses that you have to do at Brico Air Services. I did the first license, and then I went away to the States to get all the other licenses.
Okay. So for, let's say, a young man or a young woman that might want to become a pilot and they don't necessarily have all the information, just take us through the process of becoming a pilot. You say you have to get different licenses and different types of certification. So just give us a short, brief.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there is, I think it's like maybe 4 stages, five stages. So you can start with the first stage is getting your student pilot's license. And that's basically you have to go get a medical done, make sure that you're fit to fly, and there's criteria for it. I don't know Trinidad, I can't remember, I think it's 16 or maybe 17 that you can start, but you can't get a license till I think 18. And don't quote me on that. Then you have to go get your private pilot's license. You got to get your instrument rating, commercial license, and if you want, you can go to path of teaching, or you can just go get the hours and then go get your airline transport pilot license.
So you have to get hours to...
Yeah, you have to get hours. In the States, I can't remember, don't know what the rules are here, but in the States you have to have at least 1,500 hours before you can fly people. Well, fly for the airlines. Yeah, fly the bigger planes. Yeah.
Well, you sound very family oriented.
Yeah.
So how is it being like away from home?
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
This year has been a little bit harder than usual because I lost my dad on Christmas Day. And then so I have to be a bit more now because of course he kind of kicked me into the role of being the guy now. So I'm very close with family because that's how I was raised, right? We kind of raised big family, cousins, or everybody cool together. So this year has been a little bit harder than usual. This is the most I've come home since I left to go to the States.
Well, I must mention because I'm pretty sure everyone would have seen the video. There was a video where you surprise your mom. So just tell us,
down there to Port of Spain. It's a special moment for me. I'd like to share with you guys. A lady in here, and she's in first class. Here's my mom. It's my first time flying her to Trinidad.
So today it's a big day for me, trying to surprise mommy.
He decided to be a pilot from a very tender age. He would have been about 2.5 to 3 years of age. And all along, the schools he went to, all the teachers, all his friends know that Jerome wants to be a pilot.
Well, it's always been a running joke within the family. I always wanted to fly my mom and dad as an airline pilot because, they saw the dream. They saw me through it all. So it was always been a goal of mine to do that. I just didn't have the opportunity yet. And my hands were cold because I'm like, I want this to be the best thing that I've ever done.
How did that feel, flying your mom for the first time?
Yeah, so it's actually the second time that I flew, but it's the first time flying and landing in Trinidad.
Oh, okay.
So amongst all the chaos of daddy leaving, it was her first time flying back home to nobody in the house, So, and I didn't recognize that till after she did in one of the interviews. I'm like, wow, I didn't realize that. So the day she was flying home, I just was like, I could go make this flight because I have to fly once a month. So I put into schedule and I'm like, let me work this flight. She didn't know. And I actually spoke to her that very morning. I was like, have a safe flight, blah, blah, blah. And then the threat was that, these older folks, they get to the airport like 5 hours early for a flight. And then, and they sit right in front of the counter. So the threat was that when I got there, she might have seen me walk on. But then the gate agent was very nice and she kind of, skedaddle a little bit so I could get on and everybody was there. I didn't get to record her initial reaction, which was pure surprise and everything else. You guys saw the video and that's how it was. So it was an amazing experience too. My goal was always to fly back home. The ultimate goal is to land in Tobago. But of course, Orient doesn't fly there yet. The new airport, wink wink.
Yes, right?
Right. But it was one of the best experiences that I've had because it shows that the work and investment that they put in all the years ago paid off.
We love that. We're very family oriented here as well. There's another thing that I see that you linked up with BTD series and Jamel Morton. How did you come about, I don't know who approached who, but how did you come about doing that little charitable thing with him?
Jimmy, I've known Jimmy. We went to Bishops together. So I've known him a long time. I've known Jimmy a while. And then I just happened to be in Tobago that day that they were about to do one. So I reached out to him to see when he was doing one, and he said just so coincidentally he was doing one that very next day, and it wasn't like anything significantly planned. He was just like, "Yo, bro, this is what we do." So it is. I've been following him for a while, and I enjoy what he does. That charitable aspect of just giving back.
That was a very emotional episode also.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like you never know what people going through. And it's just a little, piece of joy that you can bring to somebody's life. You never know. Just saying good morning might change somebody's life.
That's right.
So that one was we sat down after that and we were like, whoa, bro, this is why it's important to be nice to people and be kind. Because you never know. You never know.
Right.
Yeah, so how is it being in that space, in the pilot space? Because I don't know, but to me it would seem, because watching your followers on Instagram, it would seem like a lot of people look up to you and that kind of thing. So how is it being in that space? Okay, I'm Jerome, I'm the guy. Like is it like a standard that you have to keep for yourself? Like, do you feel pressure? Like, ooh, okay, I have this to do today. I had to do it because I might let down so and so. Like, how is it?
So, as in, you talking to me as an individual or the job of being a pilot? Well, the job is a big responsibility, right? Because when you come to fly, you don't know who I am. When you buy your ticket, you sign a contract with us. You don't even think about that, but you sign a contract to ensure that I get you from point A to point B. You don't know who I am. You don't know if I had a bad day that morning.
So
right?
true.
So it's a big responsibility that we have to keep our set standard every single time. So yeah, there's a little bit of pressure in terms of you have to perform because there's minimal mistakes that you're allowed to make here.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't think it's a pressure. It's more so a responsibility. I signed up to do this job, and this is what I have to do because this is what I chose to do. So I can't be vexed with you if you upset that we're late, you know?
Yeah. And how is it like in like a personal, like people looking up to you and that kind of thing?
I just be me, you know. I never you know, took on the role of trying to do that. It's just, I think as a result of making it out and getting out there. And by the way, I'm not the only pilot from Tobago. Yeah. Right? There's many other gentlemen and women out there that are flying, you know. It's just, I may have gotten some visibility from what I've been doing. So it's nice that people come to you and reach out and talk to you because the whole goal is to each one teach one, you know. So if I can impact one other person to maybe become a pilot or even get into aviation or even just to motivate you to get out of whatever space that is, we are supposed to be examples for the younger generation. That this younger generation is being skewed a lot by social media and all these other things. So kind of keeping them seeing real life figures is still important.
Okay, well, give us some words of inspiration for any young person coming up that might not want to be a pilot, might want to be a pilot. Just some general words of inspiration and motivation to them.
Well, I think the important thing is to still believe in yourself. If you don't believe in whatever it is, it's not going to happen because nobody's going to believe in you, right? Yeah. So I think that was one of the things I had to do with myself is I believed in it. And somewhere, you know, these people that believe in the universe and energies and all that stuff, we put things out there, good things out there, it's going to come back. So anyone that wants to do anything, believe in yourself. Because look at you two young ladies here, right? You're doing it. Imagine you're interviewing me. You're interviewing tons of people every day. And this is something that you chose to do. Right? So believing in yourself is one. Finding a circle of people with like-mindedness in terms of elevation. Not like-minded doing the same exact thing, but like-mindedness in terms of elevation. Your friends have to kind of move with you or you else. Because if when you move, they don't move, it's going to be a struggle. And psychologically, that affects you in a certain way. All right? So believe in yourself, have friends, and trust yourself too as well. Because the dream is possible. It's absolutely possible. If you meet some of these stories that we have met all over the world of, you know, travels with our non-profit organizations and stuff, there are people out there that come from worse situations than you that are doing better than you every single day. And they have the same two hands, same 2 feet, they cut you and they have the same blood. So if they can do it, you can do it too. All right. So I think it's belief. I think you have to believe that it's possible. Anybody could do anything. Anybody could do anything. I mean, some people say that my dad used to say, people thought we were rich. And he was like, yeah, we're rich, yes, rich in love. Right. So I had a great support system. And even if you don't have that, there are people out here that are willing to support you in certain ways. There are different role models all over the world. So believe, trust, and your friends are just as important than everything else because they are the ones that's going to encourage you and keep you on that straight and narrow on whatever your dream is.
I would.
Yes, I would. Guys, you heard it from the man himself, Mr. Jerome. Mr. Jerome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for those words of aspiration, inspiration, all the shuns. And so with that being said, guys, we are going straight into the DJ Hype segment. So guys, buckle on your seat and as Angela say,
tie down your pot.
Tie down your pot, tie down the fridge.
Carry your TV in the kitchen when you're cooking, everything.
Because we're heading into the DJ Hype segment. So get ready, we'll be back.